Hello, really appreciate your time and trust for joining me in this series of developing terminal and community record system with just Word, Excel, and Outlook. So this is what you should be able to go through with this presentation. So the first thing you need to know is to know how to design student information list worksheet, then design grading system, subject and classes worksheet, design school-based assessment worksheet, and create 150 copies of the SD within the terminal report workbook. Then design data entry worksheet and link it to the 150 copies of the SD. Design and link summaries of all columns needed for generation of the terminal report and cumulative records to 9 worksheets needed for mail merging in Microsoft Word. And then create terminal report and cumulative record design in Excel and send it to Microsoft Word for final editing. Then use the mail merge feature to generate terminal and cumulative record as a single PDF file for printing or as individual files for students or the parents. And then set up Microsoft Outlook for the automation of terminal and cumulative records to their respective parents. So this is what we are going to do for now. So before you start, you open your Microsoft Excel workbook and then start your design. So that's the interface of Microsoft Excel. So the first thing you need to know is to create student work or student information list sheet. So we are going to design the student information list. So the sheet is what? Sheet 1. So you have to rename it to student information list. So you click on it and then click on rename. Then you give it a name as student information list. So that's the student information sheet. So with this one, we are going to create student ID, name, class or form, house, number on roll, date of birth, admission date, nationality, gender, attendance 1, total attendance 1, you have attendance 2 up to attendance 9. And then we also create what? Name of parent and then guardian, and then address of parent, and then their email addresses. So we use the email address to send the report to individual parents. So let's see how to create the student work or student information list. So this is my interface. So the first thing to do is to create what? Student ID. So when you come to A1, so you write ID. Then B1, you write student name. And then from student name, and then we have the class. Then from the class we have house. Then the next thing is number on roll. Then the next thing you look at is date of birth. Then admission date. Then we have nationality. Then we also look at gender. Then the next thing to do is names of parents. And then we also look at parent address. And then the next thing we look at is what? Attendance. So that will be attendance 1, because we are developing for 9 terms, so we have attendance 1. And then the next thing is total attendance, so I'll make it TT80, total attendance 1. And then we have attendance 2. Then the next one will be total attendance 2, so it will be TT82. Then we have attendance 3. Then that one we have total attendance 3, so TT83. Then next one is attendance 4. Then we have total attendance 4, that's TT84. Then attendance 5. And the next one will be total attendance 5, so TT85. Then we have attendance 6. Then we have total attendance 6. Then attendance 7. Then total attendance 7. Attendance 8. Then next one will be total attendance 8. Then the final one will be attendance 9. Then total attendance 9, TT89. Okay, so after this, and then you adjust it to fit to the various columns. So let's look at how to do the adjustment. We'll come to the first part, that's the student ID. I think the size is okay now. Then student name, you click and then drag it to the side. Then we have the class. Well, the class should be here rather. Okay, let me delete this column. So we have class, house, number on row. Then we have date of birth, admission date. We have nationality, gender, I think that one is okay. The name of parents, you have to adjust it. So this column should be out. Then have parents address, then attendance. Have attendance 1, total attendance 1, attendance 2, then total attendance 2, attendance 3, and we have attendance 4. Total attendance 4 is okay. Attendance 5, then total attendance 5, that one too is okay. Attendance 6, so attendance 6, yeah. So we have total attendance 6, attendance 7. Then you place it in and you double click to adjust it automatically. And then this one too, attendance 9. Okay. So now you can give it any color that you want. So before then, we have this feature we call wrap text. So you select everything, then you select wrap text. The last one. Okay. Then you click on wrap text. So with this one, you have to adjust it to make your work look very nice. Then let's give it border of 16. Okay, 16 is okay. Then make it bold. So now you can see you have number on row, so we have to adjust this one a little bit. Alright, so the rest I think is okay. So let's carry one to attendance. Okay. Then center alignment. So this one to center alignment. Center alignment. Same thing. So you can select all and then click on center alignment. Okay. Then you have to adjust this one too. Then this one too. Then this side too. Okay. Then the last. Okay. So when you are finished with this one, give it a color. So let's click on the ID and then select, come to this side, you have fill color, then you click on it, then any color that you want, then you just select it. So let me take blue. Okay, it's okay for me. So when you select the first one, you have to do the same for the others, and we have a simple way of doing it. By click on format painter, then you click on this, click on it, click on it in that order to the last column. You can also select everything or all the rows, and then you just choose the color that you want for it. That one will work. Okay, So now let's change the font color. So this one, I've selected all the rows, and then I'll just change the color to white, and then I'll select center alignment. Okay, so the next thing we are going to look at is how to enter the student ID and the name, class. So the class, if you're doing for JHS, we have 3 classes. We have Form 1, Form 2, Form 3. So this one can be either class or form. Class or form for JHS. But for SHS, we have more than 3 classes, because Form 1 alone can have about 5 to 6 classes. So that one will be different. So with this one, we are going to work on JHS first, and then as we are going on, then we look at some of the features for that of SHS. They are almost the same thing, only the classes that will change, but the rest they are the same. So the ID, this is what we are going to do. You click on 1, and the next one 2, then we have 3. So with this one, we are going to limit ourselves to only 100 students. So in working on the ID, I'll just limit it to 100 students. So I'll just select the 3 numbers that I've entered, and then click on the plus sign, and then drag to the 100. Okay, I think it's more than that. So as you can see, it's counting there. So drag it to the 100 person. Okay, so we have what, 100. So it will fall on 101. Okay, so that's the student ID. Then we have for student name. So with the student name, we have means we are going to enter 100 student name at this place, and we will do it in such a way that when you enter the name, it will go into the other worksheet without not typing it again. So that one will be waste of time. Okay, so let's create one row, and then we write the heading on it. So in writing the row, you click on this side, and then you just select, so that's the row. So with this one, we can write student information on it. So we write student information. So you just click on cell A. We click on what, say A1, and then we select what, insert. So after inserting, then you see the row. Then let's change the font size to 18, or let's select 22, and then I'll click on what. Then you click on it, and then you drag it to, let's say, M2 or M1. Let's select M1, and then you go to merge and center, and you click on merge and center. Okay, right. So now you can bold it, and then select a color for it. So we want it to be different from this one, so I will choose a different color. So let's select this color. Okay, right. And then change the text color to white. So this side too, you can click on this place and then give it what, a color. Okay, so that's it. So now we have what, student information, and then we have ID, then we have student name, class or form, then we have house, number on row, and then date of birth, admission date, nationality, in that order. So now the date or the student ID, let me adjust this a little bit. Okay, so we have a lot of what source needs. So since we have limited ourselves to only 100, so you can come and click on this side, and then you click on shift and then your down arrow key, and then you select it and then click on hide. Okay, so we have limited ourselves to 100. So when you are done with that one, you can also come to this place too, and then you do the same thing. Then you can select AE, and then you click on shift and then the right arrow key to select everything, and then just click on what hide. So let's extend this one to make it look nicer. The last one, that's total attendance 9, and then give it a color. Okay, that's it. Okay, now let's look at the number on row. So you click on this, then you hold the down arrow key to the last person, that's the 100, and then you click on merge and center. Yeah, then you do the same thing for TT81, that's the total attendance 1. That one, so you select the whole thing and then just click on merge and center. Then you select merge and center. You do the same thing for TT8, T2. And you click on shift down arrow key, the last person, then select merge and center. And the same thing for the third one. Then merge and center. You do the same for the fourth one. Merge and center. The fifth one. Merge and center. And the sixth one. And merge and center. Then go to the seventh one, merge and center. The eighth one, select merge and center. Then have the ninth one. Then we select merge and center. Okay, so now we are going to put in formula for the number on row. So for this one, if I put a name or I write a student's name, then the system should count the number of people in the class for me. So with this one, we put in a simple formula to calculate the number on row. So let's look at how to put in that formula. So how do you put in the formula? So we are going to use count all. So I'll just go to my formula bar, where the formula bar is, and then I'll go click on what formula, and then click on insert. So when you click on insert, so we have what count, Then you click on this side. Then you click on what? Count. And then when you click on count, and then you click on go. So let's see, we have count. So count the number of cells in a range that contain numbers. So no, that's not what we want. So we have counter. So count the number of cells in a range that are not empty. So the next one to let me go over again. So you click on what? Functions. Then you type what? Count. Then you click on what? Go. So count the number of cells in a range that contain numbers. And then count A. Count the number of cells in a range that are not empty. So this is the formula that you're going to use. Then you click on what? OK. So what are we going to count? Okay, so you click on insert function, and then when it comes, you just select what? Count. And then we have what? Count non-blank cells in the field column of record in the database that match the condition you specify. So when you type the count, just click on go and let's see. So it's saying what? Count the number of cells in a range that contains numbers. So with this one, the number of rows, it doesn't contain any number, so we cannot use that one. So let's look at count. So that one is saying what? Count the number.
to 250. So this is developing.
So it's saying what? Count the number of cells in a range that are not empty. So you select that one. So the formula we're going to use was count A. So you click on what? OK. So let's see, what are you going to count? Number or name of what? Student, or the student was name. So you click on this one, then you select the entire range. So from the first ID, first one, to the last one, because we are limiting ourselves to 100 people. So you select the last one, that's what? 100. And then we have, these are the range. You have B3 to what? B102. B3 to B102. Then you click on what? OK. Then when you click on OK, then you drag to the last person to see. So we have what? 0 there. The reason why it's 0 is that we don't have any name there. There's no name. So if I type any name, then the system will start counting the number of row for me. So with this one, you can select it, and then you come to home. Then you change the font size. You make it what? Bold or little big. Then you select, let's select what? 22 and see. And then you come to this side, you click on this place. Then you have what? 8, and that's the 0. The number of people there is what? 0, because there's no name there. So we have what? Empty. Then you make it what? Bold. You can also make it a little bit what? Big. So let me select what? 28 and see. So let's try and put in name at the student what? Name and see if it will count for us. So let's see, we have student like what? Abakwa Elizabeth. Then you see it has changed to what? 1. Means the system is counting the number of people in that particular class for us. Then the next person to, let's say, 10. You see, so that's the beauty of what? Excel. So the system will automatically count the number of people in the class for you. So that's the number on row. Now let's go to the date of birth. So let's say we have 16 slash, let's say 06 slash 20. Okay, 209. Okay, so with the date, you have to come to this place. Without this one, then you come to this place. Then we have a general, so we select what? Long date. Okay, let's see. So let's say we have for it's a 26. Okay, so there's that. Then you have to select what? Long date. So I think it has been selected already. Then you come to this side, then you drag it. So we have for Thursday, January 26th, and then 1909. So you can just adjust and then change it. So let's come to admission date. Let's say first, that first, and then let's see what will happen. That one to go to January, then select what long date. Then you adjust it. So that one to have for Sunday, January 1st, 1909. So that's it. Nationality, you just type what? Ghanaian. Then gender. So the first person, you make it what? Female. The name of parents. Then you put down the name of parents, parent address, and then we have what? The total attendance. So let's say for that particular term, the total attendance is what? Let's say 70. No, that will be the attendance of that particular student. So let's say 50 out of what? 70. So when you are done with this one, the system will automatically do what? Transfer everything to the report card. So this one, the number is there, so you can see it here, 70. So if you want that number to come up, you just have to click on this place. You come to where this thing is, then you click on it to come up. Then you can bold it and then change the font size. So let's make it what 22 and see, yeah, and then bold it. So that's the total attendance for a particular term. So that's the term 1 total attendance. Then this is the student was attendance. So let's add another student and then see if it will count for us. So let's see Anita Dakwara. Okay, so it will count for us. Then so let's use the story. So this side you can change the color if you wish. You can also maintain it. Then you come to this side to where all the total attendance are. You can change the color. Change the color. This side to change it. Then you change this one to, so that you'll be able to know that that's where the total attendance are being located. This one to change it. Then you change this one to, so the choice of color depends on you. Any color that you want, you can select it. Then the last one, then you change it. Okay, so we are done with 33 minutes. So you end the first lesson here and then continue another time.